We've got something really important for you today, especially if English isn't your first language. We're going to be talking about describing your job or profession.
Yeah, you really got to be able to nail that.
Absolutely. And to help us with all that, we've got Sarah here. Sarah knows everything about the English language, so welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
So imagine you're at like a networking event or a job interview, or even just meeting someone new.
Right.
Being able to explain what you do in a way that's clear and concise.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's like super important.
It makes a huge difference.
Totally. So Sarah, let's start with the basics.
Okay.
What are some like go-to phrases people can use to introduce their professions?
Yeah.
It's the basics.
Well, you can always start with, I'm a, or I work as a. Just get straight to the point.
Like, I'm a teacher, or I work as a software engineer.
Exactly. And then to add a little bit more, about the company or the industry, you could say, I work for, or I work in.
Okay.
So for example, you might say, I work for a tech startup, or I work in the healthcare industry.
I've never thought about it, but I work in is really flexible.
You're right, it is. You can use it for something broad, like I work in education.
Yeah.
But also something really specific, like I work in marketing.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's really useful.
Okay, so we've talked about the what. Now let's talk about the how.
All right.
How can people describe their responsibilities in a way that like really grabs your attention?
Okay, well, here you got to bring out the verbs.
The verbs.
Yeah, like manage, develop, create, analyze.
Right.
Don't just say your job title, actually say what you do.
I like that, using those action verbs.
Yeah.
It really makes it clear.
And another good one is make, especially for those creative jobs.
Right.
Like you could say, I make jewelry, I make websites, even I make marketing campaigns.
I'm going to start using those.
Yeah, they're great.
What about you? What verbs do you like?
For me, it's analyze, synthesize, and clarify.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense for you. But let's go beyond just verbs.
Okay.
How can people make their descriptions even more interesting and memorable?
I think it helps to tell a story.
A story.
Yeah, like a little anecdote or a real example.
You mean like talking about a specific project or something?
Exactly. And try to think about situations the listener might relate to.
Okay, I'm following you.
So for instance, let's say you're a web developer.
Right.
You could say something like, you know how sometimes you can't remember your password and you got to reset it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I build the systems that help prevent stuff like that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It really brings it home.
It does.
Another thing you could try is having something you can actually show people.
Like what?
Oh, it could be something physical or something digital.
Okay.
Like if you're a web designer, you could show your website. Or if you're in marketing, you could bring a brochure. Or if you're a coder, you could show some code.
Cool.
Anything that'll help them get it.
Okay, so we've talked about laying the groundwork, highlighting your responsibilities, and even bringing in a bit of storytelling.
Yeah.
What else can we do to really polish those job descriptions?
Well, how about we add in some personality?
Personality?
Yeah, don't be afraid to talk about how you feel about your work.
Oh, you mean say whether I find it stimulating, challenging, or even boring?
Exactly. And there are so many great words you can use to express your opinion.
Ooh, I'm all about learning new words.
Me too.
So where should we start?
Well, let's start with salary.
Okay.
You could say great pay or average salary or even on a pittance if you want to be funny.
I like that.
And then there's vocabulary for talking about colleagues.
Like what?
You could say I work with a great team.
Right.
Or my colleagues are really supportive. Or if you're really close, you could even say we're like a family.
Yeah, having good people to work with makes a big difference.
It really does.
And of course, you got to talk about the work itself.
Yes. Use all those great adjectives.
So we're talking about both positive and negative descriptions, right?
Exactly. You want to be honest.
Okay.
So you could say something like, the work is demanding, but it's also really rewarding.
I like that.
Or it can be a bit tedious at times. However, I do get to be creative.
Oh, that's good.
Just paint a full picture.
This is all great stuff.
Glad you think so.
I feel like we're just scratching the surface, though.
We are.
There's so much more to talk about.
Right.
But we're out of time for today. So make sure you come back for part 2 when we'll get into work schedules, self-employment, and a whole lot more.
It's going to be good.
We'll give you all the tools you need to confidently talk about your job in English, so don't miss it.
See you then.
All right, so we're back, talking about how to describe your work in English.
Yep. Still here.
We've covered a lot of ground already.
Yeah.
Figuring out the basics, using strong verbs,
Mm-hmm.
even adding some personality to those descriptions.
Right.
But now let's get into something really practical.
Okay.
How to talk about your work schedule.
Yeah, that's important.
Whether you're trying to schedule a meeting or just chatting with colleagues,
Those everyday conversations can be tricky.
they can. So let's break it down and give everyone the language they need.
Sounds good.
So where do we start? How do we talk about our start and finish times in a natural way?
Well, you could keep it simple. Like, I start work at 8:30,
Right?
or I finish up at 5.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, and if it's a more casual setting, you could say, I clock in, or I clock out.
Ooh, I like that. Clock in, clock out.
It's got a good ring to it.
It does. But what if your schedule isn't that straightforward? What if you're working shifts?
Ah, yes, shift work.
Yeah.
You could say something like, I work the night shift,
Okay.
or I'm on days this week,
Mm-hmm.
or even I'm on the early shift, or I'm working the swing shift.
I bet shift work is pretty common in a lot of different industries.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like healthcare, hospitality, manufacturing.
Right. Makes sense.
Lots of people working different shifts.
Okay, so we've got start and finish times
Uh-huh.
and all those different shifts.
Right.
Now, what about when you have to work extra hours?
Overtime.
Yeah,
Overtime. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it.
that's true.
You could say something like, I have to do a lot of overtime.
Huh?
Or we get paid well for OT.
Hmm.
Or even just, I'm working late tonight.
You mentioned pulling an all-nighter earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a common thing?
It happens. Especially when deadlines are looming.
I see.
Pulling an all-nighter basically means working the whole night through no sleep.
Wow. That's intense.
It can be, but sometimes it's unavoidable.
Speaking of taking breaks, how do you talk about things like leave and sick days?
Good question. For vacation time, you could say we get 4 weeks annual leave.
Okay.
Or I'm taking a week off next month.
Easy peasy.
What about when you're sick?
What about it?
You could say I had to call in sick, or I'm taking a sick day.
Right.
And then there's the more informal pull a sickie.
Podosiki. What's that?
Oh, it's when you pretend to be sick. Oh.
Even though you're not really?
I get it.
Maybe you just needed a mental health day or couldn't face work that day.
Uh-huh. We've all been there.
Exactly. It's nice to have the language to describe those situations.
It is even the slightly sneaky ones.
Sometimes you gotta be sneaky.
All right, so we've talked about start and finish times.
Yep.
Different kinds of shifts,
Mm-hmm.
overtime, and even taking time off.
We've covered a lot.
But before we move on, I want to talk about one more work style.
Okay.
Self-employment.
Yeah, yes. Being your own boss.
It seems to be getting more and more popular these days.
It is. There's a lot of freedom that comes with it.
So what are some phrases people can use if they're self-employed?
Well, you could say, I'm self-employed.
Okay.
I work for myself. Or even, I'm my own boss.
Simple and to the point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious, what do you think of the advantages and challenges of being self-employed?
That's a good question. On one hand, you've got all that freedom and flexibility.
Right.
But on the other hand, it takes a lot of discipline and motivation.
And, of course, you have to think about the financial side of things.
Yeah. It's not always easy.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. There are pros and cons.
Definitely.
We've learned so much in this episode.
We have.
I already feel more comfortable talking about my work schedule in English.
That's great.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into describing your job in English.
And we're ready to wrap things up.
We've covered so much already, those basic phrases, the power verbs, even how to add a little personality to your descriptions.
It's all about bringing your work to life.
Exactly. But now I'm curious about those advanced techniques.
Yeah.
How can we really take those job descriptions to the next level?
Well, remember how we talked about showing, not telling?
Yeah,
Let's really dive into that.
I'm all for it.
Instead of just listing your skills, think about how you can weave them into a story.
A story.
Yeah, like a real life example.
Okay.
Let's say you're a problem solver, right?
Yeah.
Don't just say, I'm a problem solver.
Right.
Talk about a time when you faced a challenge at work and how you overcame it.
So walk them through the process.
Exactly. Give them a glimpse into how you work.
I see what you mean.
It's much more engaging.
It is. What else can we do?
Well, another thing to think about is the impact of your work.
The impact?
Yeah, like who benefits from what you do?
Oh, I see.
And how does it contribute to the bigger picture?
So instead of just talking about my daily tasks, I'm connecting them to something larger.
You got it. Show how your work makes a difference.
Right, like maybe it helps customers or improves efficiency or contributes to the company's goals.
Exactly. It adds meaning to what you do.
It does. You're not just clocking in and out, you're actually making a difference.
That's the key. And it shows that you understand your role and that you're a critical thinker.
This is all fantastic stuff.
I'm glad you think so.
Sarah, this has been so insightful.
Oh, thanks.
I feel like I have a whole new set of tools for describing my job in English.
And remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get.
That's true. Practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into how to describe your job or profession in English.
It's been fun.
I hope you learned some useful tips and tricks.